So what are some of the biggest challenges that a new tax professional faces? Because they see the glitz of the opportunity, but what are just those challenges that they face with their clients when they get into this business?
The main struggles are marketing. People don't have a marketing system to get clients. People don't understand when you get a business, most of your budget is in marketing.
Yeah.
But people will take their budget and put it into glamorizing their office, glamorizing themselves, and don't have a marketing budget.
Right.
So we see that time and time again. I see people wanting to come into the tax industry and they say, hey, I want to get into your 6-figure program, but you don't even have a 5-figure budget for marketing to make 6 figures. So those are the challenges. People that are in the tax industry, they don't understand the business concept.
What's up, world? Welcome back to the Tuned In with Tony podcast. And I've got my guest, Cardell Bailey from STS One Stop in the building today that's going to be talking to tax professionals on how to grow, start, and scale your tax professional business so that you can get more clients, get over all the roadblocks. And right now, it actually is tax season. We're actually coming out of the tax season. So if you're like, hey, how do I get some of that tax money for next year? You need to be learning from Cardell because he's been through all of the trial and errors. And that's what he's going to be talking to us today about, is how you can get in the tax business, get your own clients, and overjump all of those hurdles that you would have to do if you did it by yourself. So welcome, Cardell. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. I definitely appreciate it.
With
everything and the invitation as well.
Yeah, for sure. So like what I want to get into is, what's difference with the tax business and credit repair business? I see people kind of doing like the same thing, right? Or they like will have a credit repair business and a tax professional business, right? So what I want to know, what's great about taxes is everybody has to file their taxes. What makes somebody that comes to your program different than somebody that just works at an H&R Block or one of these, just retail tax professional businesses?
Okay, I mean, you touched on a few things, so I just want to PowerPoint on a few things too as well. So the difference from someone coming from an H&R Block versus going into this industry, I work with individuals that have been through the process of learning the basic knowledge of how to do taxes, and then what do I got to do to take my business to the next level? So I'm in an infrastructure where I'm giving you the how to get your credentials, your EFIN number, your PTIN number, all your credentials you need, a one-stop shop of just building your business now. So whether someone work in the H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, now I'm going to show you how to work your business from home, how to build that, and keep everything aligned. One thing about it, people understand you have the tax knowledge, but then you have to have the client attraction. How am I going to get my clients? How am I going to retain my clients? So there's a number of different areas that you have to go through to stay consistent. One is stay relevant in this tax industry. So we see a lot of people come in, we see a lot of people leaving out. Why? Because people are, right now the tax industry has been so flooded to where everybody want to do taxes now. So everybody want to do taxes, but they're not being taught how to do taxes the right way. A lot of people are coming into the business for the fraud aspects of things and things, and how to hustle the game now. So I'm looking to stay away from a lot of the hustlers and people that are looking to kind of structure their business versus hustling the business. So everything from the fraud and everything that's going on with the IRS is kind of getting oversaturated. So my area is, I don't take the tax knowledge. I just give you the business in the box. That keeping your business up and going with the right systems, tools you need, the software, the banking, the audit protection, everything you need to have integrated in your business. I'm pretty much giving you the business in the box.
Got you.
So not to cut you off real quick, but you wanted to understand that the tax business and the credit business kind of align with one another. By me being in the business for well over 20 some years, what we've done is implicate a lot of different business tools and other things that they can make additional revenue off of. So once you build a client base, I don't care what type of client base you got, whether it's an insurance client base, whether it's a credit card client base. I've took credit preparers that have been in the credit space that came to me and say, hey, you know what? I've been working with a list of clients. You got your community built, and they want to convert them over into tax clients now. Now I just shown him how to convert his community over from credit repair clients into tax clients now. Now you're making 2 to 3 incomes off of one person now. So what I've done over the years is showing you how to make 3 to 4 to 5 different incomes off of one client now.
That makes sense with the businesses having those same similarities.
The different businesses, along with
Got you.
showing you how to align those businesses to where you don't have to learn and run every business platform, but you can do the integrations with partnerships and other things that we have that's incorporated within our infrastructure.
Got you. Okay. And then I know what the tax business is. Oh, talking to Mike.
Oh, okay.
We'll cut it.
Okay.
I think it bends. Boom. Yeah, we good on that. All right, cool. So my question though, when it comes to like the tax business, right? It's not a business that's like super like sexy, right? On the outside, but a lot of people are jumping into it, right? So, but we'll talk about the other thing. Is there just a lot of like profit margin in it, or is it just because everyone needs their taxes and it's just an easy offer to sell? Like, why does so many people want to jump into the tax business?
One is because it's a very lucrative business. I mean, I look at it from my space where people look at me and they say, dang, this man, you done trucking, you done entertainment. I've managed artists. I've done a number of different things from construction companies. I've done real estate. I've done insurance. I've done a number of different businesses. But what the difference with this business is, and I love about it, is because it's seasonal. Yeah, if I can show someone how to make what you make in a year, in 4 to 6 months, it's a no-brainer.
And that's what I want to talk about too, because I've had a friend and they were like, I literally only work 4 months out the year. It was like a girl who said it. And I mean, it was like, she does other stuff, of course, but that's kind of like her tagline for like teaching people as well. So let's just say like, once you get your confidence going, you've been through a couple of tax seasons, for someone who's like looking at this, how much money can somebody make when they're up and running for real as their own tax preparer? They may have some people under them. What does that look like?
Hey, I seen people come into the business early in the early game. And a normal person, they have so many different people saying, hey, I can show you how to make 100,000 in 6 to 3 months. And I mean, they're showing you how to do it in a more so a criminal way of where you're doing a lot of fraud. And what I try to do is show people that you can make this business a legitimized business without the fraud. You don't have to come into the business and feel that you have to make $1 million this year. Typically, what I've seen people that jump into the business say they made $1 million, it's a whole bunch of fraud and red tape that they're not giving you. And I see some people teaching people basically how to do fraud. And that's pretty much what the industry has been, along with a number of people showing you how they can be a part of a team, but that team coach leader is gatekeeping and they're not showing you how the next level, but they have a group of people that's following them and not giving them the infrastructure of how they can be a millionaire on that aspect of it. So and that means that they're getting percentages. They have a number of different ways where they're making money off of people, but they're not giving you the systems and tools to showing you how they have made it. That's one of the things where I'm very successful at, because what I've done is I've shown people and given them the systems, the tools, everything that I'm using and building their platforms out with no gatekeeping. So yes, it definitely is a lucrative business, but I always tell people, I don't sell $1 million dreams. I won't tell someone they're going to come in this year and make 100,000 the first year. No, because it takes steps and levels. I do have people that are hustlers. People come in, they know how to network, they know how to talk to people, they know how to communicate, they know how to pretty much get to the business aspect, and we can get them straight to 100,000. But if you don't have that, that's when we have to teach you. We have to educate you. We have to give you the mindset. We have to give you the sales. We have to give you the systems. We have to give you how to retain new clients and keep the clients that you do have.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that a new tax professional faces? Because they see the glitz of the opportunity, but what are just those challenges that they face with their clients when they get into this business?
Most of the people in this industry that I'm dealing with, the main struggles are marketing. People don't have a marketing system to get clients. And the name of the business is market to get clients. People don't understand when you get a business, most of your budget is in marketing. But people will take their budget and put it into glamorizing their office, glamorizing themselves, and don't have a marketing budget. So we see that time and time again. I see people wanting to come into the tax industry and they say, hey, I want to get into your 6-figure program, but you don't even have a 5-figure budget for marketing to make 6 figures. So those are the challenges. Those are the challenges.
Yeah.
And what you have to invest in what you want. And learning from business to business, people that are in the tax industry, they don't understand the business concept.
Yeah.
That it takes a percentage of your investments to get back what you want, that you have to put into marketing, into yourself.
Yeah. How does a tax professional make themselves unique in their marketing versus just like during tax season, everybody's popping up like a hedgehog saying they do taxes? What have you seen in the industry that does make someone unique if they don't want to do the fraud? Because I can see somebody easily saying, oh, we get you the biggest returns, right? So now they're trying to live up to that, which can lead them to doing fraud things. So like, how does someone like uniquely position themselves to get a client?
Well, the fraud, I meant to say the fraud aspect of it. The thing about it is where the industry is going and consumers have been basically getting taken advantage of over the, I would say the last few years with it rapidly growing. People are going to get their taxes done by a tax professional and don't even know what that professional is putting on their tax return to get them the maximum.
Yeah.
You could say the maximum. The maximum is just a marketing gimmick and a tool to get people to gravitate to you and your business. So now you use that marketing tool saying, I can get you the maximum return. Now what the tax preparer is doing, they're basically putting a lot of fraudulent information into the tax returns, and people are saying, oh, I got 15,000, I got 30,000. You got some people out here getting people $100,000 back because they have sauce right now.
Yeah.
You can get them that back, but they're not telling them what type of problems that they're running into when they get audited from.
What are those problems like that you've seen?
Yeah, look, you're getting audited within the IRS. The problem is the repercussions to that. So for an example, a lot of people over the pandemic, they took advantage of the fuel credits and all these other different credits. And now the IRS don't have a problem with give you that money up front. But the thing with the IRS is, it's like the feds, they come later. And when they come later knocking on your door, now you got to answer questions now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are facing those type of indictments right now. A lot of people really within the consumer industry now, when they go back to get their taxes done a few years later and they done got audited, now you owe the IRS that money
back. And it's gone.
Yeah. They spent it.
Yeah.
So what we advise individuals for consumers to do is go ahead and make a payment arrangement. Go ahead and start paying this money back and get yourself back in qualification with the IRS to file your taxes and get a refund. So if you owe the IRS $30,000, you done hit a lick, you done came off that 30, 40, 50, 100K, stop selling your kids, stop running from the IRS, work out a payment plan. Now every year you're filing your taxes, that money goes towards the debt that you owe. It's even if you do an offer and compromise. I mean, a lot of people don't even
What's the
know.
offer and compromise? Just
Offer and compromise is saying, hey, I owe the IRS $100,000. You know what? I owe you guys $100,000. You know, I basically don't make this kind of money that I put in here, that I basically put on my tax return. I want to settle. Let me do a settlement.
Got you.
So many people out
That
here.
go on your credit report or anything?
No, it doesn't get on your credit report. It's just basically finding the right person that can get you in the right offer and compromise.
Got you.
So if a tax preparer don't know how to put together offer and compromise and submit it to the IRS and saying, hey, my client owes you $100,000. We would like to put in an offer and compromise. IRS might come back and say, hey, you know what? We'll do $30,000 and put you in a payment plan. Now you stay consistent on your payment plans, pay the IRS that money back, get yourself back in compliance with the IRS. That's it. But the thing about it is a lot of people are not educated to let their clients know this, or don't have the right peoples in place to get them the right offer and compromise.
Got you. So if somebody now who's listening to this, what is like the first steps that somebody should take to start their own tax business? Because now they're like, this does sound good. Like, what should they do?
I mean, I always say, if you can read, write, and get on a computer and you want to start a tax business, we basically have it from start to Z. I mean, from A to Z, I'm sorry. But from there, it's a business in a box. And that's giving you the basic knowledge tax courses. That's basically giving you the right software that you need, that doesn't have a lot of fees that's on in the software before you start processing your returns. And that goes from individuals using software because they're not understanding the software has fees, but you don't know whose software you're using. that have extra fees hidden in there.
Yeah.
So that's something we can talk about later, but you want to make sure you got the right software. You want to make sure you got the right coach. You want to make sure you got the right team leader. And those things I've been seeing people that come through me is saying, hey, I bought into someone's program. They showed me how to do taxes, but they didn't show me how to get clients. They're not available to help me when I'm stuck in the middle of a tax return. That means that they sold you their course, they sold you the basic infrastructure, but they didn't finish the final phases. The final phases is how to market myself,
Yeah.
how to brand myself, how to run my social media, how to retain clients. Once I get the clients, how to keep the clients. Those are a lot of things that a lot of coaches right now are missing out on. So that's where, hey, I love it that the industry is getting saturated, but at the same time, people that don't work out with a program, there's more people that's looking for me right now.
Got you. Got you. What would you say when you're just talking about softwares and the tax industry, right? Is it more, do you do better if you know more technical, or do you not have to focus on the technical because of the software and you do better being a better marketer? What sets you up for better success in the tax world?
Well, what sets you up for better success in the tax world is one, software systems that basically what I do is resell. So I resell people's systems that have their own systems in their office. So now I'm showing you how to make money off of your systems versus you using other people's systems.
Got you.
So for an example, co-branded tax software. Everyone got co-branded tax software right now. So yeah, I've been doing co-branded tax software for well over, I say now 13 years now, because once I got into the industry, I've learned that it was so many software companies basically coming at me to use their software. I said, hey, you know what? Why is it that so many companies are coming to me to use the software for my franchise? And I said, I looked into researching software, researching redeveloping software, seen that it was millions of dollars to create your own software. Found a co-branding company. They co-branded. They pretty much gave us everything we needed. That's when I came into assisting people with learning how to co-brand their software.
Got you.
So everyone that's out here gaslighting, saying, oh, I got my own software. I got my own software. They don't have a software. They have a co-branded software.
Yeah.
Okay. So what that is that's basically a software behind a main software company. You're putting your logo on, you're putting your name on, and basically there's a set minimum fee that's in there that they have to pay, right? Now, if it's my software, I can add fees in there to where the consumer thinks that it's the actual software fees. So everyone that's out there right now, if you are a consumer and you're looking at your tax returns and you've seen that you paid hundreds, $100, $200, $300 in fees, those are astronomical fees that they're taking advantage on the consumers right now. And there's so much of that going on right now. And that's where they're taking advantage of their communities, their people, their clients. When you have a client and you're charging the client $300-$400 to do their taxes, and you have hidden fees of $300 and $400, it's taking advantage.
Yeah, 100%. So talking about just like fees, when somebody goes or they're pricing their own tax services, right? Does the client pay the tax professional up front, or does the money come out of the return that's given?
Well, the money come out of return if they have a bank that's integrated. Most people need bank integrations to where it's that they can offer cash advances, pre-act loans, things like that. Pre-act loan is a loan that they can give you the first week of January. So that's something that the banks have implicated now to what? To start getting people to give their information early so they can start attracting clients. So when the IRS open up for filing, now they already have so many people that have already committed to a pre-act loan. So hypothetically, you put your information into the system, it shows that your tax return may come out to $3,000-$4,000. Now they can offer you $1,000 advance. These are things that the banks are doing to get more people into banking products to get that advance. So now, one, the banks have you locked in. The actual tax preparer have you locked in already. And you basically owe a loan before you actually get your tax return.
Correct.
So those are great marketing tools for the tax industry. I don't take that away from anything. Those are great marketing tools for a tax office to have. But we want to basically let the consumer know that there's fees charged for those loans as well. So those are areas to where the tax preparer is being charged a fee, but they add on additional fee to the consumers.
Gotcha.
There's a hitting fees they're not disclosing with the actual tax consumers.
Gotcha. And then what you teach people is more on the personal tax side versus business taxes, right?
No, I don't teach people on the on the tax preparation side. I have instructors, I have coaches, I have team members that are teachers and educators.
Yeah.
What I do, I build their business infrastructure. That's giving them the tools, the softwares, the automations that they need, the social media content, the funnel that they need, everything to lead those clients right into your system.
Got you.
Automated programs.
That's important.
Those are things that are important to have systems. So I help them put the tools and systems in place that helps to run their business, that helps them to build individual teams outside of that to show them how to manage their team. So for example, I have the next level area where it's taking your business to the next level. You may be a one-on-one business right now. You're saying, hey, I'm tired of doing taxes. I want to get people to work for me now. How do I get people on my team? How do I build this team? That's where I come into. That's where my coaching programs come into, showing you how to build your team and having the right systems in place to monitor, to basically be able to implicate all type of softwares that they need to run their business. And you're basically behind the scenes now watching your business on autopilot.
Nice. And that would be more for personal business, personal tax filings, right?
Yeah, personal and business. Personal and business. Most consumers are doing personal with a small business aspect of it. Anyone that basically are just doing major corporations and they normally need a CPA.
That's what I was trying to get to, because I was wondering when do you as a business owner file separately versus you file with your business, you know what I mean? Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's tax season. Does some business owners go file their own taxes and then their business file separate, or that's just not smart at all and you should just file all together if you have a business generating over $100,000?
Well, typically most individuals, when they have like a LLC, when you have an LLC, you do have to file that LLC with your personal tax returns a lot of times. So that's why I try to educate people to set up their S Corps, their C Corps, set up corporations to where you can file your business taxes separate from your personal taxes too.
And let's talk about that, because I remember the past few years, that's been the new wave in entrepreneurship. Is it used to always be get an LLC, LLC, LLC. Now it's I see all the content. It's oh, you should have an S Corp. What do you know about the difference in why do people go S Corp?
Corporations are basically some of the things that we have basically as our community and our people have learned this late in the game. So years ago before, people have built holding companies owning corporations owning the LLCs, things of that nature. So you basically have to know how to infrastructure that into your business planning to where it's that now you learn how to create a holding company, how to create these different companies that go up under the holding company, which is the S Corp, C Corps, things like that, to where it's that you don't want to be liable personally for any type of company business.
Gotcha.
So now that's why teaching you things of educating you in those areas on how to set your business up.
You said for larger businesses and corporations, they normally need a CPA, right? Why is it that when you deal with personal taxes, even if it's a high income earner, why do they not need a CPA to file their taxes?
Because they don't generate enough revenue for one.
Okay.
And when they have a smaller business, they can have an actual smaller tax preparer take care of some of those smaller things, the smaller entities in their business.
That makes
sense.
Once
you got a larger business with multiple different streams of revenue, you need a bookkeeper, you need an accountant, you need a number of things to calculate all the things that your company, your actual corporation is generating over the years. It goes way over and beyond. You need a CPA.
Makes sense. So with STS One Stop, I know that you guys focus on building systems for the tax professionals, right? So with the systems that they may already have, like you said, everyone's got co-branded and white label softwares now for their tax filings, right? what roadblocks do they run into that they would need like the systems that you implement into their business? And the reason why I ask that is because if somebody's watching this right now and they say, hey, I already have a software that files my taxes and all my clients are listed in here, what roadblock are they going to run into to where they would need the type of systems that you offer?
Pretty much people don't really have a clue of how to basically take their business to the next level. So when they come into a program such as mine, they're saying, hey, and these are the people that I like to work with. Why? Because they have the basic infrastructure already needed. They need to just put it on autopilot.
Mhm.
They just need to how to learn how to market and brand themselves. They just need to know how to implicate a funnel. They just need to know how to manage putting their clients on autopilot. They just need to know how to build a team and manage a team and basically run everything behind the scenes. And those are areas where we teach and educate on how to do these things. I give them a lot of my systems. I give a lot of my teaching programs, working with funnels and things of that nature. Working
Yeah.
directly with you, we're working on funnels and
Right,
working on,
right.
coaching courses, things like that.
Yeah.
That's where I come in place because instead of trying to figure it out, I have all the solutions right there for you. So
Mhm.
that's one of the great things that a lot of my clients love about it. They name what they want to do. They tell me their dreams, their wish list, and I just bring it true outside of them trying to figure it out.
Got you. And I know your system says that it comes with contracts tax people need, all the documents. I'll let you explain a little bit more. But what I'm wondering with those systems, like, because with the funnel, some people may be like, okay, basically the funnel is going to help with lead generation, right? People are going to opt in and I'm going to have numbers to call. What else does the system do to really put that tax professional like in line for success to make it? Because you said put it on autopilot. So I'm kind of trying to also have the people understand how that system will make their business flow.
It basically takes away a lot of the things that most people don't know. They don't know marketing.
Yep.
They don't know automations. They don't know systems. So what we do is we connect all of that together.
Mhm.
So for an example, people are using, just say for instance, they have a calendar app. They
Mhm.
have another app for documents being signed. They have another app for marketing, for social media. All of those things are integrated into what we compose it into is a CRM system. So if they can see everything that's in their business that's ran into a CRM system and that's on autopilot, it makes their life much easier. So if someone is booking an appointment or someone is chatting with you on social media, most people don't have a clue on managing social media, right? What do? We implicate things, chat boxes or registration forms in their social media. Someone goes and look for them on their social media or on their ad.
Mhm.
That converts them to the next page.
Mhm.
That captures that person's information,
Mhm.
start building in a community. So people say, hey, what it is to build me a community? What it is that people that are interested in your service, but you want to gather all of those people and have them in your CRM. So when you're marketing yourself and your service every year, I don't care if it's 2, 3,000 people that took interest in your office. They maybe didn't come over and convert to a client that year.
Yeah.
Now you have the information to continue to market to them.
Yep.
So we set up the marketing systems where it's an email, text message. Some of those things are on autopilot. So now you're not trying to figure out what should I send out. We have a lot of these messages already in place.
Mhm.
We have your systems in place that's on autopilot. So it's always staying in contact with the people that are in your community. So what does that do? That drives everybody into one dashboard, which is your CRM. So instead of logging into all these different apps, you can just look right into your CRM and see everything that's converting over.
Yep. You said earlier how you can pretty much stretch a client to make more revenue off of them. And one of the benefits that we talked about in the tax business is the season where you can make your money in 4 months during tax season. Well, now that they have the system, they've got their leads in their CRM. What are ways that you've seen tax professionals make money even after tax season with the clients that they have?
Gotcha. And that's one of the great things that we always teach and educate on how to make money after tax season with your existing clients. One is because with any market today, It's so much fraud going on. There's so many people that you can't trust. When you trust someone to do your taxes, it's almost like you're trusting them with your child. You're trusting them with your social security number. You're trusting them with the information. So you have built trust in that person. How easy is it for me to sell them a life insurance policy? How easy is it for me to sell them credit repair? How easy is it for me to sell them anything of services that I can offer them that I built their trust already?
Yeah.
So now that you built their trust, you just need to have other systems, other things to create more revenue into your office. One that you maybe don't know how to. Just say, for instance, I have an insurance policy. Insurance back office setup. Do I write insurance policies? No, but I have the actual integrations to help them sell insurance, and they don't have to go to school to learn how to sell it. All they have to do is basically sell the systems to their clients. You have credit repair that's on autopilot now.
Yep.
All you have to do is sell them the credit repair, and the system start processing the letters that go out.
Yep.
The system start processing getting their credit repair in good standards. Now they're getting themselves in good standards. They're qualifying themselves for a business loan now. They're qualifying themselves for a personal loan.
Yep.
So now that their credit is straight, you don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to repair credit. The systems are doing it.
Correct. Another question I had too, you talked about like the EFRN number, right? And that's a word that I've heard specifically with just tax professionals. And you also said you could do this from home as well. How long does it take to actually set up a tax business if you are just like pedal to the metal, your mindset is there, you're not making excuses? Like, how early before tax season do they need to get all of this together to be able to take advantage of the next tax season?
Well, I close off my window roughly around October. October is my cutoff season. Why? Because it takes at least 60 to 90 days to get everything up and going. Years ago, it used to take almost 3 to 6 months just to get your EFIN number approved. Now the IRS has a better system. They getting EFINs approved, getting your EFIN number back.
So they want the taxes to come in.
Yeah.
So
And the EFIN number is part of a business for a tax preparation business that a lot of people don't understand. Your EFIN number is your electronic filing identification number. That transmit that actual return directly to the IRS versus you basically having to submit that yourself through the IRS through an actual just a regular software.
okay.
So when you have your EFIN number, everything that you're transmitting is going directly to the IRS
Got you.
and immediately getting notified.
Got you. Just kind of then we were talking about mindset, right? Like when I said no excuses, you said about 60 to 90 days to get started. We're business owners. What roadblocks do you see just clients who want to start this run into and they quit on themselves? And really what it is their mindset's not right to do it. But what are some of the complaints that, you just see from clients who are trying to start their business?
What I see with a lot of clients that's trying to start their business, they don't have the time, for one. And the next thing, it's not instant gratification. So they can't just get it in today and think they're going to make money tomorrow. It's something you have to prep yourself for, to know the money is coming.
Yeah.
You just have to have patience. But people want to get into something that's just quick today.
Microwave.
And it's like, you can't get it like that.
Yeah.
And you have to basically sow a seed into something to where it's that I have to stay on focus on taking my tax course. I have to set up my social media. I have to start working on my email campaigns. I have to start working on a number of things that's going to get the money once tax season starts. So those are some of the areas where I run into people that have problems because they got so much other stuff going on. I tell them, if you're not dedicating yourself to this, I don't want to waste my time or your time. Beautiful thing about it is when people come into my program, you may have paid for something that you did not get use for this year. I automatically credit it for you next year.
Yeah.
So if you paid for something that didn't work out for you, and I have a number of people that have things that happen in their family, life-changing situations that take them off focus. I understand.
Yeah.
We're not here to take your money. I'm here to give you a business. So I will apply that next year towards whatever you're trying to do the following year. That's one of the things people like about, our program at STS One Stop. We're never here to just take your money. We always want to work with you. And that's one thing I do. I work with you until we accomplish your goals. I have some people that's been working with me for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Every time they come back next year, they say, "Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready." I'm not here to take
It is in the pipeline.
or this in the pipeline.
Yeah.
But one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. Your money is always good here.
Yeah, that's a good one. How many clients does it take? Because I know people's minds they're processing, right? They're like on this. How many clients does it take to make like a decent annual salary in these 4 months for somebody to where, like, of course they'll probably do other things afterwards, but just to have like a decent tax year, let's just say $50,000, $60,000, right? How many clients does that take?
I would say roughly 100 clients.
100
What I set goals for my first beginners to get in and say, hey, let's structure on getting you 100 clients. I got people that come in and tell me they've been in the industry for 3, 4, 5 years and don't even have 100 clients.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you in the industry
Yeah.
and you don't have 100 clients? You've been in the industry for 2 and 3, 4 years.
Well, what that says goes back to what you were saying earlier. It's the marketing, which is important. That's kind of why I asked that question earlier. Is it more technical or marketing? What I would probably focus on actually is, now you don't want to oversell at the beginning, but probably the marketing, because the technical is going to catch up. That's going to catch up through errors. That's going to catch up through coaching, all of that. But like you said, like if you've been doing it for, if everybody has to file taxes, that's a citizen, and you don't have 100 clients in 3 to 5 years, that means your marketing game is completely off. And that's the pain point that has to be solved. And you said you helped them with the marketing as well.
Gotcha. No, definitely. And that's one of the things that I basically like to say, where I can guarantee a 6-figure program. Because if you have the full infrastructure already set up, you're doing 50, 100, in between 50 and 100 clients, or even 100 clients, you're not making $100,000. I can guarantee you that 6-figure program. So that's one of the things that my clients have been loving, because I've been able to convert them into getting that 6 figures that they always dream.
When can they join the 6-figure program? Like, what level do they have to be at?
The 6-figure program has to have some type of foundation already built in. So that means that you have the tax knowledge, you've been through some type of program, you got some type of existing clients already, and all I have to do is show you how to maximize that.
Gotcha.
That's what my programs show you, how to maximize an existing business to get a guaranteed 6-figure.
And that, when you said existing, the thing that's good about that is the people that are joining this program versus like just getting your systems, because the systems is like starting out, right? And then the 6-figure program, you already, when the excuse mindset is gone at this point. You understand the business. It's all about growth with this business. And that program, what's the actual title of it called?
That 6-figure game changer.
6-figure game changer.
Yep. 6-figure game changer program. And the thing about it is, if you don't qualify to get in that program, I wouldn't let you in it. We're not here to register you, here to kind of walk you through phases that you're not going to be familiar with. I want you to be familiar with every area that I'm taking you to in this actual program. So now you can start identifying where you've been falling short at.
Got you. And what I would say too, so we got the 6-figure program, and then it's STS One Stop, right? How do people get involved that are watching this right now that are really interested, and they're like, hey, I love the fact that I can do it from home? And actually, before you say that, when you said that you could do it from home, right? I remember before filing business taxes, I would like go to my tax lady's office. Is this something that's completely virtual, or do you have to have that retail setup for it to work?
No, years ago, they always say you used to have that retail setup, and a lot of people didn't want to have that retail. I'm sorry, a lot of people didn't have that retail setup because they didn't have the finances to get that going. So what I say, if someone comes to me in the beginning phases, I would not give them the advice to go open up an office.
Yeah, because that's just overhead.
Overhead.
Yeah.
Overhead. You got overhead expenses if you haven't even learned how to make money yet. I would not tell no one to get into this business and go buy an office. No, let me get you in the first phases, working from home, build you some type of credibility in the industry, learning the industry, and then learning how you can maximize your income to sustain that overhead.
Yeah.
So when you look at that overhead, you have to look at what your rent going to be, your light bill is going to be, your insurance going to be, and make sure that I can make this money, cover this cost, plus my marketing, plus my upcoming, we're more so launch season. Launch season is knowing that I'm ready to go financially, and I'm ready to go with my systems and everything for launching the season. So by being a seasonal business, When the season go down, you have to be ready for launch season come September, October, November.
Got you. Okay. So how can anyone get in touch, get enrolled in these programs? We're gonna link everything below. Just let me know down below. Like how can people right now like find you and get started with their own tax business or enhance their tax business with the systems? Where do they go?
Okay. One thing about me at the Tax Business Champ Game Changer, I don't put people in the same programs. We have starting a business. Starting the business, they can go to sts1stop.com. That's where you get the systems, tools, and things you need to start a business. Any services that you need in a business, you can get it at STS One Stop.
Okay.
If you're looking to be a franchise partner or looking to be a part of an affiliate program, you can go to 2 Easy Tax Pros. 2 Easy Tax Pros is our franchise program where some individuals say, hey, I'm a one-stop shop. I need to be a part of a program, a franchise, a network. We put them into our 2 Easy program.
Okay.
Now, our Game Changer program is where I give you as an office owner all your systems, all your tools to create and brand your franchise the way that I brand mine. So I give you everything that I got. There's no gatekeeping. I show you how to take your business, turn it into a franchise, multiple offices, build a team. And that's where we have the Tax Business Game Changer program. So where they can find that at is freetaxgame.com.
Okay.
That's my bootcamp program.
Yeah,
freetaxgame.com. So you can go to freetaxgame.com and get registered for that. And then also we're going to be having a tax business challenge coming up too as well. So I'm running tax business challenges twice a year. That tax business challenge will give them all the days with me personally for 5 days. It will basically give them all the infrastructure they need, and they can basically implicate all those tools and systems for the upcoming year.
Oh, that's awesome. And you being the expert, what would you tell the people before we close out? Like anyone who's on the edge, they're thinking about this, they're in a career and they're like, I maybe want to start taxes. What are you going to tell them?
What I'm going to tell them is if you believe in yourself and you believe in your business, invest. Invest in yourself for what you want for your future. If you're in a place and you're in a rock stuck point right now and you're saying, hey, I'm tired of trying to figure it out, this is where you go to the next step. Every business needs one that I have. You need a coach. You need that mentor. What do you need? You need a therapist. What do you need? You need spiritual guidance. You need a financial advisor. You need a lot of things that people think that they don't need to maintain a business. We need all those things, and we have all those things to implicate, and we want to make sure that we're giving you all those things, and you have to be open-minded to accept all of these things. I have so many people that come to me that think they know everything. It's hard to work with somebody if they can't recondition themselves, break themselves down, and rebuild themselves.
Yep.
That's the game.
You're the expert.
The game changer.
The game changer.
The game changer.
And that's been another episode. We've learned so much from our guy, Cardell Bailey, over at STS One Stop. All the links are posted below in the description. So if you are somebody that wants to get started in their own tax business, understand that it's not just about getting started. It's about understanding how to market yourself, because you don't want to be one of these clients that's 3, 4, 5 years in the game and you don't have your own 100 clients. And then also you don't want to be the person that is great at marketing and then you oversell and you don't have the systems to fulfill all the clients that you have. So don't run into roadblocks. Look in the description below, click the links, get with Cardell, get your systems together, and run your tax business up this next tax season. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
All right. See, we knocked it out quick.
Yeah. 43 minutes.
And it's crazy because when I do my content days with Brandon, they tell me to block out 4 to 6 hours. They be like, man, you be knocking your content